Futbolcu məharətlə keçdi. Üçüncünü də keçir Morata. Cuadrado var sağda. Ötürmə edir Cuadradoya. Cuadrado zərbə endirə bilər.
Gol! 2-0.
Turində Cuadrado.
Alaba'nın topu itirməsindən sonra oldu.
30 metr.
Bəli.
Təqribən 50 metrə yaxın irəlilədi Morata. Cuadrado da burada əla oynayır. Soyuqqanlı.
Hey guys, once you install it, allow this just so you can see what it does.
awesome as those sea creatures are, I am still so in love with just running around with this monkey on all fours. His all-terrainness, like, you know, he just wants to be peaceful in this bush. I rub one out, throw some crap around. He's just like us. What is going on, guys? Right here playing another episode of Ark Survival Evolved Modded. Today, as you can see, I'm riding around on my giant monkey while wearing a Shrek mask, so my life is going pretty damn awesome right now. These, of course, are two separate mods. We have the Magic Chest set, or the Magic Chest, not chess, like the board game, like a chest of shit. And the Dino Overhaul mod, something I played a long time ago, which has just been updating like crazy. And yes, before anyone asked in the comment section, you can throw poop. Look at that. Unlimited right there. Don't even have to wait till you have to go again. You could probably kill your monkey from anemia. He has an incredible deficiency of minerals because I'm always making a shit 1,000 times a day. But he's useful. So, okay, now I'm going to ride down here and just pretty much... Actually, why not show the masks off first? I'll just show the few awesome ones that I love specifically, and then you could explore the whole mod yourself later. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oosh. Dude, this thing has awesome all-terrain. He's going to be my steed for the entire mod now, because I'm going to stare at this wall so you guys don't see what's behind me. We got to do it one at a time. Alright, here we have the Spider-Man mask. Look how sick that is. Looks like a Spider-Man balloon. What the hell? We got the Joker for anyone who's feeling villainous in Batman. That is like right out of Gmod right there. So of course it's pretty. Ooh, a Hulk mask. Damn, I haven't even put this one on yet. Oh crap. It's like the face is down as hell, but they just got lazy on the hairs. Yeah, the face is done. Just throw some Lego hair on there. It's finished. We have the Naruto mask, which is pretty damn cool. I never watched the show personally, but Vicious Gigantopithecus is the regular one. Anyone who has seen my much older videos, God, it's so cool how high this monkey jumps. The Dino Overhaul mod was the one I showed where we had the Bull T-Rex and like some other kind of Apex Raptor. There wasn't Apexes yet in the game is the thing when that mod came out, so that was pretty astounding stuff. So they've just continued to just re-evolutionize the creatures in this game. See, so he is freaking huge. He's as you can imagine, just a super big Gigantopithecus. But he's even more. You can't ride him though. I force tamed him. You can't tame him either. But you can't ride him. I get he's supposed to be this untamable thing, but so is the Broodmother, and you could ride that thing. So what the hell, man? Either way, here we have King Kong, who is just awesome to have at your back. I feel like they could have even made him a little bigger, cause like, how big am I in comparison to your foot? Nope, you're a good size. I'm recalling like the most recent King Kong movie, where he would just toss around that pretty blonde lady. We could even draw regular old Apex Alpha Monkey, which of course aren't in the game. You're gonna have to stop following me, you're freaking terrifying. So they didn't feel the need to add megas also. Things that there already are Apexes of, there are megas of in here. Like over here, we can see this sexy bastard right here is the Apex. See, they've completely changed his colors, and they've added the Mega Carno, which is just giant and red. It's just basically an Alpha T-Rex. Pretty sure it's just as big as well. Over here we have, see, here's the Apex Raptor. They've changed his colors, made him look a lot more venomous. Here's a regular Carno for size comparison, for people who are into that. I know I am. But here we have a Mega Raptor. They just get redder and redder. Which is weird. You'd think the thing that would become Apex, most like top of the food chain, would be the one that blends in with the landscape more so we could be a better hunter. Not really sure how that would work out, but I'm not hating it. Look at the freaking size of this thing. I'm wee petite up here. This is my swamp. So yeah, these are sick. Also untamable though, so don't get your hopes too high up if you install this mod in your game, which I recommend you do. These things already just right here is so much fun. Just this guy alone is worth downloading. Over here, I know I'm getting sidetracked. There's just awesome stuff all around me right now, and I don't know how to process it. Over here, get to you in a second. We have an Apex Titanoboa. There aren't already Apexes, so there's no Mega. I don't know what the hell he's doing here. I think they just changed the color on these guys a little. Although I notice no difference. But yeah,
Dude, you're gonna like it. It looks like like a
Hey guys, Matt Philly here. Hey guys, Matt Philly here. Today I'm gonna be
everyone will converge in the middle of the map, and it will be
we already
a
have an
bloodbath.
engagement here.
A saddled raptor already, and it looks like throwing down some foundations up. They're definitely going to be making pikes and most likely crossbows and maybe even guns.
Oh no, it's gonna be over, that's it!
What are they gonna be able to do? They're taking out all of their team.
Booking it like my mama was chasing me when I was a kid, just straight out of it.
I'll see your army and raise you a dragon. Gone from an underdog to back on top.
Tribe eliminated.
This is yes, and he's going in for it.
Oh my God!
He doesn't seem to want to play it.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Who is going to be the last man alive? Oh my God! What is going on here?
Go back up. Now, this is not the time to be a wuss. Go. There's a bigger problem on his hands because the T-Rex found Mike versus Mike. They are stabbing each other. This is savage. They are all going in. Point blank. Be a man. Kill someone.
This isn't your normal battle royale. No, this is the survival of the fittest.
setup nightmare. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this or if I'll ever do it again, but I did want to show you guys the other side of him. My setup. Some of the submissions that I get that I never show. Every setup shown today has been submitted to be critiqued by me. So I'm not going on the internet and grabbing random images and ripping them apart. These are people that really want feedback from me, so I'm going to give them just that. Some of my jokes today are probably going to cross the line, and that's to be expected. And I know it's awful because some of these kids are so young, but they know at the end of the day what they need to do is clean up their setup. And if this is a wake-up call for someone, then that's great, because some of these are absolutely disgusting. So anyways, with that in mind, keep that disclaimer in mind, we're gonna get into the first setup. So here we go. This setup was submitted by 14-year-old Marlo. And the first thing I noticed is that he doesn't even have a side panel. Did it run away from you? Like, where did your side panel go? Good thinking though, because he decided to swap it out with a plastic bag and a PS4 game. So overall, a great solution. Taking a look under his desk. Wow, that is so clean. 10 out of 10 IGN. I would say this is the face of disgust, but your mirror is so dirty I can't even see you. Marlo, my man, keep up the good work. Next up, we have 15-year-old Zach. Interesting setup to say the least. Not sure if I should rip you apart for your cable hellhole. What I do know though is you're a disgrace. Have some damn respect for your tech. Really awesome equipment, terrible setup. You need to fix that. So this right here is Jacob's setup. He's 14, and if you take a look under his desk, it looks like he's using his PS3 as like a foot warmer. It also looks like he plays Jenga with that stack of games. He could only use his feet. Otherwise, I don't know why that would be under your desk. Seriously though, everything you're putting under your desk is what should be going on your desk. Alright, so this one right here is Cody's setup. He's 18, and I'm not sure what's worse, honestly. His setup or the picture quality. Okay, yeah, it's his setup, definitely. Again, another person with no damn respect for his elders. Rest assured though, because Cody sent me a picture of his snack shelf to confirm that he really is too damn lazy to get up and go to the kitchen. Bravo. Alright, so this is submitted by 15-year-old Will, and honestly, before I could even say anything negative, I just realized he is a damn genius. This kid literally took 3 separate pieces of furniture and made it into an insanely ghetto L-desk. For that dude, I give you props. That's actually epic. Next up, we have 13-year-old Daniel, and we all know that when you're younger, you have to work with what you have, but I wanted to point something out. Daniel, I think your parents are abusing you. The leg space that that desk gives you is the equivalent of foot binding. When you have problems with your knees a few years from now, you're gonna have to thank your parents for binding that desk. This setup was submitted by Matthew, who is 13.7 years old. What the f? Anyways, I can already tell this is the ultimate troll setup. First off, he sits on the floor in front of his IBM throwback display and his cardboard PC. Like it, nice touch. He even has 2 mouses because why the f not? He also has some leftover pretzels in case he gets hungry. And to top it off, he has 2 brand new Signums next to his desk. Well played, sir. Well played. Last but not least is Andrew. He is 19. Wow, okay, Andrew. I'm 19 too. You're making us look bad. First question is, are you deaf in your right ear? If not, then why are both your speakers on the left side? Second off, actually, you know what? F it. I don't even care. That's it for you, Andrew, and that's it for today. Again, I know some of the things I said in this episode were definitely mean, especially
Welcome to Setup Nightmares, episode number 2. Let's get right into it. This first setup is Lane's setup. He's 20 years old. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this great invention that's been around a lot longer than the computer. It's called a vacuum, and I suggest that you use one. Your keyboard and mouse layout confuse me, but it's probably a CSGO thing. Seriously though, Lane, your setup is nauseating. Next up is Sean, who's 22 years old. First off, let me congratulate you on matching the color of your chair to the wall. Out of all the things you could have possibly done to improve your setup, you chose the least important thing. I really enjoy the overwhelming bright white lights in your setup because the harsh lighting blinds my eyes so I don't have to see that hideous floor of yours. I'm really curious about that bottle of lotion on your table. Not curious about what you use it for, but more so which of the 4 screens you use. Also, did you decorate that Christmas tree? It looks outstanding. Moving on to 14-year-old Connor. Something tells me that Connor does not even watch my show. This setup is the perfect example of why I do this. Because everything you could possibly do, it looks like this. to improve your setup, you chose the least important thing. I really enjoy the overwhelming bright white lights in your setup because the harsh lighting blinds my eyes so I don't have to see that hideous floor of yours. I'm really curious about that bottle of lotion on your table. Not curious about what you use it for, but more so which of the 4 screens you use. Also, did you decorate that Christmas? This first setup, you use one. Get right into it. This first setup is Lane's setup. He's 20 years old. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this great invention that's been around a lot longer than the computer. It's called a vacuum, and I suggest that you use one. Your keyboard and mouse layout confuse me, but it's probably a CSGO thing. Seriously though, Lane, your setup is nauseating. Next up is Sean, who's 22 years old. First off, let me congratulate you on matching the color of your chair to the wall. Out of all the things you could have possibly done to improve your setup, you chose the least important thing. I really enjoy the overwhelming bright white lights in your setup because the harsh lighting blinds my eyes so I don't have to see that hideous floor of yours. I'm really curious about that bottle of lotion on your table. Not curious about what you use it for, but more so which of the 4 screens you use. Also, did you decorate that Christmas tree? It looks outstanding. Moving on to 14-year-old Connor. Something tells me that Connor does not even watch my show. This setup is the perfect example of why I do this series. He has everything he could possibly need, but since he doesn't really give a fuck, it looks like this. I don't think I could purposely duplicate your cable management job, even if I suffered severe brain trauma. Next up is William, who is 13 years old. First off, outstanding heater placement. Seriously, not a fire hazard at all with that amazing desk of yours. Second off, those markings on the desk. Is that so you can keep track of how many times you turned on the heater without burning down your house? I do like the oversized TV though. Shows you care about the important things in life, like overcompensating. Bravo though on separating your eating table from your desk. I'm pretty sure you couldn't fit a bowl on your desk if you wanted to, but let's just pretend like it's a good thing that you separated it. Good job. Let's move on to Matthew, who's also 13 years old. There comes a point when submitting to Pimp My Setup is a waste of time, and yeah, this is one of them. But I will give you a very important tip. When I see a setup like this is what I usually recommend. I recommend getting a big black garbage bag, putting all your setup contents into that, bring it down to the garbage men, apologize, and then tip them for taking that off your hands. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and start over from scratch. For real though, Matthew, aside from the fact that you have a laptop on your sideways PC where your legs should be, your setup really isn't that bad. Shoot me an email and I'll send you some swashing stickers so you can continue to like ruin your desk. All right, next up is Brandon, who is 10 years old, and this is one of those setups where you just have so many questions. Like, is your mom mad that you stole the kitchen table? Anyways, instead of me wasting more jokes on the setup, we're just gonna move on for the sake of everyone. Let's move on to Xander, who is 18 years old. At first, I honestly thought this one had potential, and then I noticed the large Sony speaker system directly to your right side. Too bad that large speaker can't make you blind instead of deaf, because then you wouldn't have to look at your terrible cable management. Also, great placement for your phone. Good luck hearing that thing ring. All right, the last setup that I'm going to feature today is from Thomas, who is also 18 years old. It's actually not a bad setup at all. It's pretty cool. I have a few questions for you. One, is that grass growing inside of your room? You might be saying, Matt, no, you're a dumbass. It's a carpet. And I honestly thought that too until I looked and I saw some growing up the wall. Also, by any chance, are you a wizard named Harry? I mean, you guys have like a similar bedroom layout. I'm kidding, that's a bad joke. But honestly, does the family that own this house even know you're living there? It's like a little hideaway. That's gonna do it though, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, I want to stress that this is just for fun. The point of this series is to promote cleanliness. Pretty much all of these setups feature awesome equipment. It's just they don't know how to keep their rooms somewhat clean. Welcome to Setup Nightmares episode number 3. The following setups I'm about to show are real submissions into Pimp My Setup. But of course, they're nasty, so that's why they're on Setup Nightmares. The idea of this show is to promote cleanliness, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So let's get right into it. Okay, first setup is Corey, and he's 19. Okay, well, I'm guessing you don't care that much about your Xbox, considering it's on the carpet alongside all your games, which some of them aren't even put back in their damn case. Since I'm already looking at your floor, I might as well just get this out of the way. I always mention a vacuum, but I'm starting to think that not everybody has a vacuum. If you seriously don't own a vacuum, you need to literally go buy one, not just for your setup, but for your house. As far as that lamp goes, I love lamp. This setup would honestly look so much better if you just moved the desk to the left side, got a nightstand
next to your bed for your lotion, your lamp, and you can even store some of the games so they're not on the floor. Until then, I honestly think your setup looks like someone who just discovered the PC Master Race. The next setup is submitted by Bogdan. He's 20 and he is a wedding photographer. And I'll repeat what I said earlier, this was a legit submission for Pimp My Setup. I can't help but feel like this is just a troll submission, but I looked up his name on Google and he is a legitimate wedding photographer. So he probably thought he was being hilarious by leaving out some bottles and some chips, but this is his legitimate setup, so we're still gonna talk about it. The first thing you realize is that this dude is on his lunch break. And honestly, even more importantly, you realize that he has a goddamn drum on his desk. Oh, forgive me, it looks like a bongo or some shit. I don't know. How does the bongo help with being a photographer? Aside from your food and failure to keep your setup somewhat clean, I want to know, do you really use your setup like this? Your mouse is in such an awkward spot and you have like an extra keyboard down below. I don't understand how that could be comfortable, but then again, you have a bongo on your desk and I am obviously missing the picture. Next up is Isaac. He is 16 years old, and listen, Isaac, if I was your mom, I would have probably killed you by now. I wanted to believe that this was a troll just by looking at his actual desk, and then I saw a picture of his whole room. You're not actually trolling. You are legitimately this goddamn disgusting. You probably thought like, oh, haha, this is gonna be lit. Matt's gonna rage at this pic, bro. But Isaac, I want you to pause for a second. Look around your room. You trolled yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Next up is Eric. He's 16 and holy shit, is that an actual carpet or is your setup outside on a beach in the sand? I swear that looks like some dirty ass sand. You should pick up a metal detector and look for some gold. Anyways, Eric, my man, come on. You can't tell me you put your computer that way and said, damn, that looks amazing. Seriously though, dude, come on. Face your computer the other way and the cables won't look so hideous. In your lamp. And I'll repeat what I said earlier, this was a legit submission for Pimp My Setup. I can't help but feel like this is just a troll submission, but I looked up his name on Google and he is a legitimate wedding photographer. So he probably thought he was being hilarious by leaving out some bottles and some chips, but this is his legitimate setup, so we're still gonna talk about it. The first thing you realize is that this dude is on his lunch break. And honestly, even more importantly, you realize that he has a goddamn drum on his desk. Oh, forgive me, it looks like a bongo or some shit. I don't know. How does the bongo help with being a photographer? Aside from your food and failure to keep your setup somewhat clean, I want to know, do you really use your setup like this? Your mouse is in such an awkward spot and you have like an extra keyboard down below. I don't understand how that could be comfortable, but then again, you have a bongo on your desk and I am obviously missing the picture. Next up is Isaac. He is 16 years old and listen, Isaac, if I was your mom, I would have probably killed you by now. I wanted to believe that this was a troll just by looking at his actual desk, and then I saw a picture of his whole room. You're not actually trolling. You are legitimately this goddamn disgusting. You probably thought like, oh, haha, this is gonna be lit. Matt's gonna rage at this pic, bro. But Isaac, I want you to pause for a second. Look around your room. You trolled yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Next up is Eric. He's 16 and holy shit, is that an actual carpet or is your setup outside on a beach in the sand? I swear that looks like some dirty ass sand. You should pick up a metal detector and look for some gold. Anyways, Eric, my man, come on. You can't tell me you put your computer that way and said, damn, that looks amazing. Seriously though, dude, come on. Face your computer the other way and the cables won't look so hideous. Or, crazy idea, you can put your computer on that little PC shelf under your desk. It might be too tall, but I'm gonna make the assumption you never tried, so you should definitely try that out. Next up is Jordan. He's 14 and what the fuck? You can't be serious. I am not sure what's worse, honestly. The cluster of shit under your desk or your attempt at using an LED strip. I mean, goddamn. You have everything you need to make your setup look sick, except for a thing called common sense. This is exactly what I'm talking about with this series. It will cost you $0 to make your setup look a million times better. So get to work. Next up is Kyle. He's 11 and wow, really crafty dude. I respect you for making that desk work. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Honestly, how can you live in your room when he's 14 and what the fuck? You can't be serious. I am not sure what's worse, honestly. The cluster of shit under your desk or your attempt at using an LED strip. I mean, goddamn. You have everything you need to make your setup look sick, except for a thing called common sense. This is exactly what I'm talking about with this series. It will cost you $0 to make your setup look a million times better. So get to work. Next up is Kyle. He's 11, and wow, really crafty dude. I respect you for making that desk work. Oh wait, what the fuck? Honestly, how can you live in your room with it looking like that? I mean, at least you have a vacuum in the corner of your room. I don't know if you actually use it because I can't see the floor, but at least you have one. That's step one. I'm just gonna skip this one because you're only 11 and I feel bad already, but come on, really? Next up is Ethan. He's 12, so there you go. He's a year older than Kyle. You can see he's a little bit organized, if I can even say that. Your setup would also look a million times better if you just cleaned the goddamn room. It's not like I'm looking at their mind.
All right, here we go, guys. Hey. Because he's putting in headphones. Yeah, what's up?
Hold on, don't have my... The 7 gamers, 1 CPU system.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How am I coming across? Does that sound okay?
Yeah, everything's great.
The 7 gamers, 1...
I'm sorry.
No, not a problem at all.
I set the time and I managed to screw it up. That should give you some idea of like what the odds were that I could run the operation I'm running over here.
I was gonna say, I kept rereading it. I'm like, did I assume what he was saying the wrong way? Like, I don't know. I just got really confused for a second.
Nope, no, I was super clearly communicated exactly the wrong opposite thing of what I actually meant.
Awesome. Well, people they didn't believe me that you were coming on because they're like, oh, this is a nice try, just saying that he's coming on, real funny. But no, he's here, guys. See, I wasn't lying.
Are we live?
We are live.
Should I be watching this somewhere?
All right, well,
you can. I tweeted it. It's probably in your app mentions, I would assume, or you go to youtube.com/swashintv. There's already 324 people waiting.
324. That's twice as many people wait for me for my show.
Yeah, wow.
Which is also always late. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, right off the bat, people were like, "Oh no, he does this all the time. Don't worry." And I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I assumed that, but I thought I messed it up, so I got a little worried. Okay, so if you, I don't know if you saw in your email, I sent you the pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at them.
Okay, and then oh, you're already on. Okay, all right, good. Just making sure you saw that.
Okay, I have not rated them yet though. I'll be completely honest with you. This morning I shot 6 videos.
Wow.
Up until now.
So that's a lot. That's a lot
so
to deal with.
like my whole plan today was I was gonna like roll into the office. I was gonna like burn through my videos. Then I was gonna have some time to do emails and stuff. And then I was gonna come on the show at 3.
Yeah.
And so that's not the plan anymore. But I was like, I was literally standing on set mid-sentence when I got a tweet from Sergeant Ballistic.
Yep.
Where like for some reason your emails weren't showing up on my watch, which is the only thing I look at when I'm filming. I'll glance at my watch. I'll go, okay, is this hyper important or is this not worth my time right now because I'm on set?
Yeah.
And I saw his tweet. He's like, yo, Matt's waiting for you. I'm like, what? Why would he be waiting for me? Is he some kind of tool? Because he can't figure out that I'm not due on there for 3 hours? And then I check the email, and the tool is me. And I'm just like, no, what am I going to do? So I literally kicked Nick out of his office so that I could have somewhere to stream this. And I was like, are you planning to go for lunch? He's like, well, I don't have lunch today. I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, do you want to go for lunch? What are you getting? He's like, yeah, maybe I'll get sushi. I'm like, cool. Can I have some too? Also, go now because I need your office.
That's great. At least you were able to find out. You know, I felt like, you know, people are like, way to lie, you know, way to go, Matt. But I'm like, no, I promise. That's what the email says. But yeah, so, I mean, if you want to just quickly, you just throw down any numbers. It's not going to make or break the show. It's, you know.
What is OOSOOM?
It says on site, out of sight, out of mind. It's just like having, you know, things on your desk that you don't really need, that you don't use like on a daily basis. Stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think this one gets a great score for that.
This is going to be a good one. People are already saying, they're like, How is he coming on the show? Look at his office. So, you know, people already talking smack in the comments.
All right. Well, you know what? Do you want to just like should we just kind of riff while I do my actual ratings here, and then we can actually stream the things after. I know I'm supposed to do this in like the 20 minutes before the show, but as you can tell, there was no 20 minutes before the show at all. That didn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just, you know, we'll score it as we go through the show. I think it'll be fine.
Sure. Well, I've got the first one done, so why don't we go from there? We'll just start the debate. So I'm looking at the one with the like galaxies and crap, right?
Yeah. So what?
All right, man.
What we're gonna do is